Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's taken me so long to post my first video, but now that I posted one, I promise I'm never gonna stop. So today's video is gonna be a plastic surgery Q&A. I've been getting so many questions, so many DMs and comments, and so many different things that you guys want to know, and I want to tell you guys everything I know. Every time before I do a procedure or a surgery, I Google everything. I look up YouTube videos, I look up vlogs, I look up reviews, I look up anything that I can find with any other knowledge that isn't given to me by the doctor themselves. You know, people's experiences, people's personal reviews on them, you know, all those things matter. And it's very important to do your research. Do not rush into anything. If you have the money to do something, you're going to have the money to do it next week. You're going to have the money to do it in 2 months. You know what I mean? Do your research and make sure that you're 100% comfortable with who you're going to. You've seen results of people with similar befores to you. You know, little things like that you need to make sure that you look at. Those are very important things. So I'm going to go in order of what I've gotten done. I'm going to give you the pain, the experience, my review, and my doctors. Everybody's been writing on my doctors, so I'm gonna give you guys my doctor. I would love to give you guys my doctor. Actually, he was amazing. Both of my doctors were amazing. My breast reduction and lift, and my rhinoplasty. Even my lip filler, like, lady, she's amazing. I might not give you guys her though. I'm just kidding. I will. Fine. So we're gonna go in order of what I did. But before I start, I just want to say, changing yourself on the outside does nothing if you don't do the work on the inside. And when I say that, I mean you can go and change your whole body tomorrow. The next day when you look in the mirror, if you didn't love your body before, you're still not going to love your body. You could change your whole face, and if you didn't love yourself before, you're not going to love yourself after you change your face. You know, like it may seem that it's that easy, but it's really not. And you know, body dysphoria, things like that are so real, and they're not talked about. Like, people get surgery and everybody just thinks like they're so happy and they're finally secure. It doesn't always work that way. If people did not do the inside work, the outside work does not matter. It does not matter, because on the inside you're still insecure, you still feel uncomfortable with yourself in certain angles and dimensions and things that don't really matter, but you're insecure about. You know, those things need to be worked on, and they need to be fixed before you fix the outside, or else you're fixing the outside for no reason. You're just gonna have to keep fixing the outside. So, onto a lighter topic. My first ever surgery, which I've been wanting since I came out the womb, or ever since I was able to look in the mirror, girl, because I'm Armenian and Puerto Rican. So, you know, with them little foreigns, we have, you know, Eastern European, Middle Eastern features, and we all know that is the nose. So I definitely knew I always wanted to get my nose done. That was not a quick decision. That was not a trend. I did my nose actually 3 years ago now, in 2019. So I did it a week before my birthday. So this March it will make 4 years. Wow, it's crazy. 4 years ago I did my nose, and I had such a great experience. I had an amazing doctor. My doctor was Dr. Kassir. He is in New York City in Manhattan. He is verified on Instagram. I'll give you guys my price on what I paid, but like I said, this was 4 years ago. Plastic surgery is so much more trendy now, and prices go up every year, girl. So my price, I paid $15,000 for a rhinoplasty, a closed rhinoplasty, so my nose was not broken in the process. I did ask him for something very natural. I had a hump. I will try to place before and after pictures in here if I can figure that out. This is my first video. But he definitely did everything I wanted. But I do another one, maybe, just because this gives me like a natural look. Now, this is my first surgery, so when I tell you guys, don't always tell your doctor you want something natural, because you might get something a little too natural. It is true, you know. So definitely be very specific. Be very, very, very specific. But I love my results, and I do. It's so natural. Barely people can even tell like I got something done, but in the best way, because you can tell I did something, because my bump was crucial. Like, I would not look to the side right now. Like, I would not do this. I would not. Okay? I wouldn't. So my pain, I didn't really have any pain. When I say there's no pain, there is discomfort. I don't want you guys to think like it's a breeze. You know, like you can't breathe out of your nose, like you're trying to breathe out of your mouth. You have to sleep sitting up. It is really uncomfortable, but I had no pain. I barely bruised. I did not bruise a lot, and I bruised easily, so I was very surprised. I was very surprised. It's out. I was very surprised. But my cast was on for about 6 days. They put these things inside your nostrils. They're kind of like tampons for your nose. So you keep those in for like 3 to 4 days, just to absorb all the blood and everything. You go and they take them out for you. And then on the 6th, 7th day, you go back and they take the cast off. So at that point, you'll only have the cast on, and you'll have to go back to take the cast off. So once the cast comes off, you're definitely still swollen. Those are not your immediate results. My results have changed so much over the course of the 6 months to a year of healing stage. And it's, you know, I could never really get a full result until my last final year, until I hit the year, you know? So, definitely don't be alarmed. Don't be like, oh my God, like, you know, you have a good amount of time to heal and for all the swelling to really go down. The swelling that takes longest to go down is in the tip of your nose. So that will be last. So do not be alarmed. Like, you know, it's, people react differently, but those are not your final results. Those that is swollen, it was just work done a week ago, you know? But as I can say, pain was nothing. Dr. Kassir and his team were amazing. I felt so comfortable bedside, going into surgery, coming out, you know, she was so welcoming. I thought I like woke up in heaven. Like, she's like, hi, you know? So like, you know, it's really good. They have a great team. He actually has a private, I don't know if it's still like this, he had a private surgery room in his office. Like, they have an emergency room and everything where they do it. They do it in his office. So it's not hospital bound. So it's actually, you know, a quicker process. You don't have to wake up and stay in the hospital for a few hours. And, you know, you wake up if you're okay. It's a quicker process. So I'll move on from that. Again, that was Dr. Kassir in New York City and Manhattan. My next thing that I did was my lip fillers. Now, lip fillers do not last me for anything. And I spend so much money on them, but I love them, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But everybody's body is different. I know some people whose fillers last 6 months to a year, and I know some people whose fillers last like me, 2 weeks, you know? It's everybody's body. Everybody's body is different. You cannot go based off other people. You have to go based off yourself. There are many different types of filler that you can try, you can play around with. Not too much, because they're gonna have to end up dissolving, you know, if you do too much. So I did Restylane every time. I've only done Restylane filler. I currently have 2.5 millimeters over the course of 2 years in my lips. So at this point, all of my filler is gone. I've naturally always had big lips. I always just wanted my top lip a little bigger than my bottom, so that's what I resulted to filler for. But it didn't really work in my, you know, in the way I wanted, but you just have to really keep up with them. So so what I figured was with myself, like if I get 1 milliliter today, I need to go back in 2 weeks and get another milliliter, because if I wait for 6 months to get another millimeter, the first millimeter I did 6 months ago is already going to be gone, because my body doesn't absorb the filler as good, you know? So if you find yourself kind of feeling like you're wasting your money, try that method. See if it works. That's going to be my next method that I try. So I will definitely keep you guys updated on that. But I did a lot of research, and I heard that was a very good method on why filler doesn't last and how to get it to last, you know, to really build it up. So lip filler pain, I'm sorry girls, I'm going to give you a 9. I need to stay a 9. And I'm sorry, I know they're so pretty, they're so cute, but it hurts. And it's a 9. And I'd rather get 10 tattoos than get lip filler. I'd rather get my boobs done again than get lip filler. And I know that sounds crazy. Yes, even with numbing cream. My injector is also located in New York City in Manhattan. Her name is Olga. Her Instagram is hi_with_2eyes.amira. She is an amazing injector. She's beautiful herself. She does her own injection. She's a walking brand. You know, she literally does her own injection, so you see, you know what you're getting. If she doesn't know herself, she's amazing, you know. So definitely check her out. Currently 1 milliliter is priced at $7.50. Prices go up all the time with people, so definitely go to her as soon as possible and start your build up. She does everything: cheeks, fox eyes, chin filler, nasal folds, everything. So definitely check her out. She's amazing. She does amazing work. The one thing about me, my fillers do not last, but my shape that she has created always lasts me and has never left from my first milliliter. She definitely shaped my lips, and that has stayed. So that is amazing, and we love her, and we're seeing her soon. So my next procedure, I did chin filler, again with Dr. Olga. On Instagram, it's hi.amira with 2 eyes in the hi. She did 1 milliliter in my chin, and I fell in love. I need to go get some more because I need it back. But I'm obsessed with chin filler, and when I say I like chin filler more than lip filler, I'm not lying. Like, I'm not lying. You need to try it. You need to go get you some. What's that TikTok? Let me come get one of these. It's chin filler. You need to get some. Her chin filler as well, it was 1 milliliter, so it was as well $7.50. My chin filler lasted me a lot longer than my lips, so it did last me almost a full year. It lasted me like 10 months. So, you know, face filler and lip filler, I guess, is very different. I do sleep on my face though, so I never blame anything on any service provider because I sleep like an animal when it comes to my lashes, my hair, my eyebrows, my filler. Like, it's my fault, you know, like I sleep crazy. But some people, it just generally doesn't, you know, absorb and stay, and things don't last, you know, so everybody's different. My chin filler was amazing. The pain, I'd say like 4 or 5 out of 10. You got your results right away, just like your lip fillers, and they lasted me a lot longer. And I think that was Restylane as well. Not too sure about the face fillers. I wasn't too particular on them, on what was used, so I didn't really ask. I didn't mind. I trust her. She's my regular injector. She's the only person I go to, so you know, I know I'm in good hands. I didn't need to ask too many questions. My next procedure was my breast reduction and lift. Again, changed my life. You know, like, I spent so many years so scared of, like, oh my god, anesthesia and this and that. And let me tell you something. You could go outside and get hit by a car right now. Okay, you can. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So you're gonna spend weeks thinking about something that you want to do, when during all those weeks you could go get hit by a car, get hit by lightning, get hit by an ice cream truck. Literally, like, in the amount of time that you're thinking, you know. There's so many more probable ways for things to go wrong than in surgery, especially if you do your research and you're in good hands. You know, in God willing and in God's hands, you're gonna be okay, you know. So try not to think too much into it. I myself, I have anxiety, so things do take me a little longer to get myself to actually want to do and be like, okay, I'm gonna be okay. So I know how it is, but definitely don't waste your time. Like, if I could have done these things long ago, like, I wish I did, and I would have. And if I could do it all over again, I would have done everything, like, as soon as I turned 18, you know, everything. So my breast lift and reduction was with a doctor named Dr. Matos. He is in Long Island, New York. He is located at Long Island Plastic Surgery Group. Him and his team were amazing as well. His surgery was hospital bound. I didn't need to stay at the hospital. Once I woke up, they let me come back to myself and everything like that. And then I could leave whenever I was good. And I had somebody there with me. I couldn't leave by myself. So you're gonna need to bring somebody with you. I don't think you can discharge yourself and leave by yourself. So make sure you have somebody with you. My results were amazing. The pain was no pain. Again, it was just like discomfort. Like you know, you feel really tight. I watched a lot of videos, and I myself, I have anxiety, so sometimes like my breathing is just weird and like my chest feels weird, and I kept overthinking that. I was like, what if like after I get my surgery my chest is tight, and you know, I think it's my breathing, but it's my surgery and something's wrong, like, you know. I'm here to clarify because no one clarified it for me. When people say after surgery your chest feels tight, you're not going to feel like it's tight when you're breathing. Like it literally feels like two balls tight on your chest. Your chest itself does not feel tight. And when I knew I wanted to vlog this, I knew I wanted to answer that question, because I can't, like with my chest, and like when it comes to like my chest and my breathing, I'd be so panicky. Like I think something's wrong all the time. So I needed to like get that out the way. And I couldn't, so I just went in it and I was like, hopefully it's not that, you know, and thank God it's not. And I'm here to assure you guys that it's not, you know. So that's definitely something, you know, to think about. So no pain, just a little discomfort. You know, you can't really bend down, it's a little tight. You know, will hurt if you move in certain positions, but if you're following your doctor's instructions, you know, you should be good. Okay. And also, I'm going to talk about how I woke up after anesthesia, because a lot of people don't talk about that. Back to my rhinoplasty, I woke up amazing. 10 out of 10. I felt like I was in heaven. Like I said, when she woke me up, I was like, I'm good to go. I was high out of my mind. I was like, get me out of here, you know? I went in my cab, like all bloody, and like not bloody, but you know, like the tissue was bloody, and like my cast, and I'm like making Snapchats and I'm posting it. I'm still that bitch. I was high. Okay, I was high. And if I know how to, I will insert those videos in here as well. But for my breast reduction and lift, these are things that you need to think about too, because my first surgery went nothing like my last surgery. Okay, nothing. Like when I woke up from the anesthesia, everything was so different. It was such a different feeling, such a different process. I felt completely different than I did the first time. The first time was a breeze, and that was for my rhinoplasty. For my breast reduction and lift, I know myself, it was, you know, more of a complex procedure because it's my body, it's not just on my face, you know, it has to do with mobility and everything, you know, so it's definitely a lot tougher to heal from. I woke up from surgery feeling so sick. I did not want to wake up. I actually couldn't wake up. Like not to like sound scary, but I felt like I wasn't gonna wake up. Like I could not. I like would open my eyes and I saw like I was in the hospital and like we're done, but I was so drowsy and like out of it. I couldn't, like I wanted to wake up. Like I wanted to go on my phone. I wanted to wake up and get out of there. I was hungry, but I could not wake up. So everything kept being blurry. I ended up napping. I slept for like 4 to 6 hours when I woke up from surgery. I could not get up. I couldn't wake up. I couldn't get up. I mean, I was awake. I was breathing. I just couldn't physically open my eyes and get out of the bed, like sit up. I couldn't. So it definitely took me a lot longer than my first, and it was definitely different for me. Like I was vomiting. I didn't feel good. I was like, I'm a crybaby, so I was crying. Like I don't like not feeling good. And it was just, like obviously I felt bad. I was on anesthesia. It was nothing with the surgery. It was just me being dramatic. Not really, but just things like you're gonna wake up groggy. You can vomit. Like these are all things that can happen. They just didn't happen to me the first time, So again, it was a different area of the body. More anesthesia may have been needed. Different type of anesthesia may have been provided, So there are a bunch of things that bring that together, So don't go based off me. Everybody's different. I felt amazing the first time I woke up out of surgery. The second time I woke up out of surgery, I didn't feel my best the second time, So everything is different, every time is different, okay? And every surgery and every procedure is different. And that is why you need to do your research, because of what I just told you, you know? So yeah, I concluded the pain. My doctor, everybody that I have went to was amazing to me, was amazing for me. I have some of their personal numbers, and keep in contact with them, you know, like of how I'm doing and stuff. So that's amazing. And I just want you guys to just always do your research. And if I left any questions that you guys had out of this, I'm pretty sure I answered all. If I left any questions out, please leave them below and I'll try to answer them. I definitely, you know, besides my video, watch a billion more. And please, like, know what you guys are getting into with surgery. Because when you fix one thing, it doesn't mean everything is fixed. Your life isn't just magically amazing and you're gorgeous and beautiful and happy with yourself. You know, surgery doesn't always work like that. And people won't always tell you that. So you need to always love yourself for yourself on the inside before you try to change anything on the outside. And even if you're doing both at the same time, that's okay. Just always do the inner work. You know, you cannot, you know, be beautiful with all these traumas, and then when you look in the mirror, you're so beautiful, but you think you're hideous, you know, like that's not okay. And that's how surgery actually ends up getting taken way too far. So the inner work is very important. Very important. And I hope you all, girls and guys, whoever is watching, always do the inner work, because that is the most important thing that you can have, okay? Is an inner healed self who's happy with themselves and loves themselves, and you're only tweaking the outside. The outside has nothing to do with the inside, ever, okay? Always make sure of that. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't already, and please like and comment this video and give me your opinions. Yeah, so this is my first video. I will definitely be doing a lot more, maybe in a better setup. This was my first video, and I am looking into cameras. I really am trying to purchase a camera just to motivate me more to film, because I will definitely film if I have a camera, okay? I want a camera. And I'm gonna get one. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I hope I answered all your questions. And remember to love yourselves, and you guys, you're that girl and you're that boy. Like, don't forget, and don't let anybody ever let you guys forget that. Bye guys.